All right, guys, this is a complete teardown of this mirror. When I say teardown, we're not just taking it apart. We are absolutely doing a complete teardown of this mirror, 100%. What I like to start off with on these, this is for a 2025 Ford Raptor, and I have not seen any video at all yet on how to do this teardown. The first thing I like to do, I'm going to remove this foam right here because we are going to have to fish the wires through this. So you want to carefully remove this. You don't want to rip it, especially you don't want to rip it because then you're going to have wind noise, air noise. You don't want that. Next, sometimes these are attached right here. Ours was already detached. I don't know why. Ford must have skipped out on their quality check on that one. I'm going to flip it over till you get down here to this little sensor. Your lane assist little sensor here. Get yourself in there with a screwdriver. You're going to see that there. And then just go right ahead and pull that out. And then you're going to set that aside. Lay something down, something that's a light color, so that you can find all the little screws and everything else that you need along the way. Next, the light color will make it so it's more visible. There we go. I'm going to come here. There we go. You're going to remove that. You can also remove it in another way by entering this portion right here and being able to get in there, but that doesn't matter. Of course, set that aside. And next, we're looking for other little screws and things. Just kind of checking things out here. All right. Now we're going to take this mirror off. You want to angle it. I am going to go top corner. And you're going to see a little tiny push clip in here. Don't be afraid to use the screwdriver to help you out a little bit. There we are. Here's one. Had that one get in there, and then just give it a little twist. You'll see right where your screwdriver can fit in there, just to remove the clips. Very carefully. Okay, now we got to rotate this mirror, and don't just push this down. If you push this back down, you're going to lock it back in. So get your fingers back here, rotate it around, and that's how I remove the mirror here. Of course, you got your little wire and harnesses. Boy, don't you just love it when it doesn't come apart for you? Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Go ahead and remove that, squeeze those two apart, remove that. We have another little bit tiny guy right here. Okay. one. Not sure why those are so damn difficult. And there's two. And that's what your mirror is going to look like. Take that, you're going to set that aside. Moving on. Now you're going to see some screws, some things. We're going to remove this. This is a Torx bit. I believe it's a 20. Drop it in there, don't worry about it. It'll come back out anyways. Pick this up a little bit to get your screws out. Now we're going to remove 4 screws here. Do yourself a favor, keep track of the screws. Some of them are different sizes, different lengths. Because why wouldn't they be? We got 2 that are deep in here. Okay. Now we can remove the outside cover. There's that. Now we have this. We have one little clip right here. Push that to remove that. There we go. Now we see how we have the camera in here. Well, I'm doing paint work, so I am not going to sit here and mask off that little camera. So we're going to remove it. Like I said, this is a complete dissection teardown. Don't forget that the camera screws are a little bit shorter and everything else, which of course you would know as you're going along that you got the wrong screws in the wrong place. See, full camera, there it is. Kind of flops around in here, kind of weird. This we put aside because we're going to be painting that. We're not painting this, don't need to, but we are going to be painting to match that. Now we're going to start removing a little bit of wiring harnesses here, just to kind of get these out of our way for right now. You're probably going to break one of these little clips here. That's what I just found in here. Honestly, it's okay. Oh, I'm looking for... Just checking to see if there was screws back here. I'm gonna remove this light. I have one simple clip right there. But of course I flipped it over just to double check, see if there was any screws back there, because we don't want to break anything along the way. Okay. Now we're going to come back to here. You're going to squeeze these two right here together. You're going to carefully remove this, which is what your mirror is attached to. It's going to come out looking like that. Make sure that they're all straight. You can see that one right there is bent a little bit. We'll bend that back before reinstalling. Flip it around. We got another little push tab clip right here. Comes right off. Fish that through. Okay. Doing good so far. into here where the purple wires are. Pull that up, be careful with that. Sometimes they bend, but we're avoiding bending things, so that went well, as expected. This piece right here, you have a tab, and then these two tabs slide in like little forks here. I'm gonna show you how to take care of that. So on the back here, you got to push this in right here. Okay, that releases this. Voila, that's out. This is going in our paint pile. This is all going in our screw pile. This is going in our paint pile. Okay. Decided to get a little bin. Keep our screws in. Make sure that's all good. Okay, we're doing good here. So now we have these two pins right here. And this is how we get them out. It takes your Torx head. We're gonna grab a hammer. You're gonna lightly tap those out and down. There they are. They're a little grooved. That's how they stay into place. They groove on the top, grooved on the bottom. You can't mess it up to put it back together, so that's cool. Get yourself a little screwdriver. You're gonna get in here and pry that up. I swear I'm the only person that does this stuff. Going this deep, this technical. But that's what we do here at our shop. You're gonna want to start pulling these other wires through to make room for the bigger wire. Got one more. Okay. Now this is on a wire loop. You're gonna take this and you're gonna bend it carefully, fish it through here. Voila. Now we're left with this. We have Torx bits in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see them. They're silver on this truck. It's funny because on the driver's side mirror, they were black. These ones are silver. I don't know why. For the other side, it's weird. Okay, now we got to fish this through. Because the thing is that we can't pull this through here. Here, let's get our screws. I dropped one in there, of course. Put them in our bin, nice and safe. So this guy right here is going to have to get itself into there. And same thing as before. Start pulling your smaller wires through. Pull through everything that you can. We're doing this in real time, guys. So, you know, it's kind of a long video, but hopefully you're doing this with me. I'm keeping right up. Pause the video if you need to. Voila. There we go. Now what we're left with is this. There should be a little weatherproof type piece right here. We're going to do it again. Sorry. Sometimes I forget that there are people watching this. This is for automotive education purposes. Bend that. Push that through too, carefully. There's the whole wire harness. Wow, that's insane. That's a lot of stuff. Now, if you want to take this piece right here off, you can. Got a screw in there. There it is. We have a little access panel right here. Just real lightly with a screwdriver because you don't want to mark it all up. And then there should be two other little clips here. There's one on the inside here. And get in there and just kind of push it out. Same thing with this one. There's two. And one more. Three. So you have 1, 2, 3. You remove that. I don't really suggest painting this because this has like a rubbery texture to it, and it's really, really soft. I'm not even going to even attempt to paint that. But so there you go. This is what you're left with. You're really unable to separate the frame from this plastic because it has plastic sealed rivets that are heat pressed by the factory. So let's go over the things that we can paint. We're going to paint this cover. We're going to paint this side panel, sand this all down, get the texture out of it. Primer seal, plastic adhesion promoter, primer sealer, base coat, clear coat on everything that you see here. And there should be one more piece. Should be one more piece that goes right here. Where did we put that one? Ah, there it is. One more piece, but you know what? I'm not gonna paint that. I'm actually gonna leave this as it is because I'm not gonna wanna interfere with that. Personally, I also really don't feel like masking this off to be really beneficial for just this one piece. And yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces that are going to be painted. This is our layout. This is the complete disassemble of a 2025 Ford Raptor mirror, Ford F-150 Raptor. If you have a Ford F-150, it's probably going to be the same way. Maybe not as many options, so maybe not as much on the wire and harness here. Hope this video helps. If it has, please like, share, subscribe. Hopefully you guys used it in your shop. I really hope that I saved you guys a bunch of time and headache. Thank you for watching.